Hey everybody, it's Charlie Getz again, coming to you with another technology PD for the gym setting as well as out of the gym, so in a classroom or so. You can use these apps and useful tools to um, involve them into your instruction and hopefully get our students more engaged and obviously meet that technology proficiency piece that everyone is dying for us to have. So I found a list of apps and some programs that I'm going to share with you today. Um, like I said, these can be used in many ways, and we're hoping that some way or some of these you can incorporate them into your own instruction. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with our list. Maybe. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to start off first with some presentation tools. Now, I found these are 3 common online-based presentation tools that you can either create on your own. Some you can, there's ones that you can use that can be found. They have libraries that you can find topics and already find pre-made ones. Or some of these applications, you can take a PowerPoint or a Google slide that you already have, and you can transition it from the PowerPoint or Google slide into that tool. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is Pear Deck. It was founded by some educators that basically just wanted to engage their students more. The cool thing about all 3 of these is these 3 presentation tools is you control the presentation from a device, either your phone, an iPad. It can be presented onto a screen, like onto a Promethean board. It doesn't have to be, but it can be. But the cool thing is students can log in through their devices, and then you control the presentation on their device once they're logged in. The other nice thing about these 3 presentation tools is you can add feedback. You can ask your students questions during it, and you can get that automatic reflection from students, and you can present a question and then they'll answer the question, and then you get like pie charts, you can get a graph, and then obviously you can get their answers live. So when it pops up, it'll pop up on the projector or on the Promethean board, and you can have instant feedback, which could lead into further discussion and so forth. Especially for those who might not have a Promethean board in their gym, this is a good way to give presentations. Okay. The next one, Prezi. This is similar to Pear Deck. Cool thing about this is what you see on the screen is it's basically a collage of the different slides that you would see, and it would, when you select a screen, when you go through your presentation, these slides will zoom in and out. So for instance, this guy would, once you click on it or start your presentation, it would zoom in. It could have multiple other windows within that slide, and then it would just pop out. So it gives a little more visual stimulation with the slides going in and out and sliding all over, and of course at the end it'll go back to what you see on your screen. The one I have used the most is called Nearpod. Again, this one is great. It has lessons already created into a library, and they're ready to go. So if there's a topic you are looking for, you can type it in. It might be there, it might not. Again, it can be interactive with your students and immediate response from students. So you can use it as an assessment tool. I like this one especially well since I've used it before. You can take a previously made presentation and you can transmit it to Nearpod, okay, or submit it through Nearpod, and you can use it. And then again, you control the screen along with Prezi and Peer Deck. It shows up on the student screen. You control it from a device, and when you change the slide, it'll change on their device. Another thing about Nearpod, if you're looking to make some extra money and you are pretty good at putting presentations together, you can submit lessons to Nearpod and they will pay you either upfront or pay as you go. So you can search their library and they might have, somebody might offer a slide for $1.99 or a presentation for $1.99, and somebody selects on that. Nearpod gets a little kickback and you make some money as well. So you have that opportunity. My one friend up north, she submitted some lessons. She's waiting to hear back from them. She was a little discouraged that there weren't many health education lessons, so she went ahead and submitted some of the presentations that she created. So something interesting for, if there's downtime in the gym, or for instance, if there's an event going on, you can't be in the gym and you have to be out in the classroom or so forth, you can still go over content with your students. Okay. So I found a list of some apps. So these are based on fun and fitness tools. So let's take a look. Classroom Roulette. So basically what this is a selector tool. So as you can see, you can put different topics, like you could put exercises, you can put students' name if you're picking people for teams or so forth, or for captains per se. It's a random picker. You select the wheel and it'll spin around, and then it will land on someone's name, and then that person's it. Or it could be a fitness exercise or a warm-up activity that you might put on there. So it's all of luck of the wheel. It's not always on you to pick something. Okay. Another thing is you can do quizzes with this. It could be questions that pop up when you select the Classroom Roulette. Jump It HD is basically an app with task cards for jump rope skills. So the different stunts and skills that related to jump rope, there's, like it says here, over 50 hand-drawn jump activities that progressively build up in difficulty. So you can have this on a device. Some of the elementary, I know you may have access to iPads or Nooks. I know my school, we have Nooks, so it can be pulled up on that. So you can give a child a device. They can go with a group or individually, depending on how many devices you have. With these jump rope skills, they can go through the app and try the different stunts. Okay. Obviously, you can also project this up on the Promethean board with the proper connections, so you can display it for all to see. Sweat Deck, it's just fitness deck card. They have it set up. This might be set for middle school and high school. This could be something they could put on their own devices, where they could do bring your own device, and hey, we're going to work out with Sweat Deck today. It tracks their it can track their workout, so it can something that they can transition from the classroom and take home with them. So they can do something on the weekends or after school for homework, per se. So Sweat Deck. Fit Radio is an app. It's a DJ for fit radio. So it's upbeat music. It can, depending on your style, this is something that you can use. in the gym, or you can have students upload it onto their devices as well. Like I know at Fisher, when we go out and do some track work, we allow kids to bring their devices and headphones, ear pods, and they can run around and listen to music as they're out on the track. So just the idea goes along the line with Pandora or Spotify, just another app, but this is more based on music for fitness. Monsuda Fitness app. This goes along with the Pokemon Go craze. Basically what you do, this app allows you to go around your school and position these little characters all over the place, and then students can walk around with the device and find these creatures lurking along in the halls. So there's point values and so forth. So basically when you find one of these little creatures around the school, you can they challenge the child to do so many exercises. So do 20 jumping jacks, and then they'll give you a point value. So as they go around, kind of like a little hunt. This might be used, even suggested use for after school care that they can use for the extended day programs to keep kids moving and active. So might not only just be for the gym, but we can use it, have other programs use it. FitBreak app, basically it has over 500 different workout games, videos, and challenges to engage participants of all ages. So there's many things based on TV shows and board games. It's just a tool that something new you can try. Okay, so it has video demonstrations, full body weight and equipment exercises, which is great for us at the younger ages, elementary, middle school, before we get too involved with weights. So it has all kinds of different applications that we can utilize in the gym. Balance It, similar to the jump rope app. This is for balance, gymnastic stunts, balancing stunts. Has over 60 hand-drawn balances, as it shows there, progressively build up. So just similar to the jump rope, but this has the different stunts. So it has individual, 2-person, 3-person, 5-person, or large groups. If you're working on a tumbling or balancing thing, or hey, it's something you can pull out, take a break out of your unit to work on some other things. Obviously good team building and so forth for your students. PE Shake-Up, similar to the roulette. This has over 100 PE warm-up games. Basically what you do is you open the app, and every time you shake your phone or device, a different game would come up. So I can envision this being done elementary level, where you choose a student out of your class, they come up, hand them your device, and they shake it, and they get to pick the warm-up for the day. Obviously you can also use this at the secondary level, but I definitely can see this at the elementary level with this app. So Class Break app, this might be more for the classroom, but I can see it also being utilized in the gym. So again, just many games, different breaks that you can do with class time. You could even share this out with your classroom teachers, that they can utilize this for taking brain breaks, as they call them, which technically is not even a brain break, but anyways, activity break for the classroom. So students can get up and move. So there's over 200 activities that require little minimum or no equipment at all to set up. So just an opportunity that we can not only do something different in our setting, but also share out to our other colleagues. Here's a website called Cosmic Kids. It's yoga. It's this individual is from Australia, and she does all these different yoga activities for elementary age students. She has different adventures. As you can see, it says try our Halloween yoga adventure. But she offers different activities. There's also lesson plans if you want to do your own yoga. But she just has a lot of different videos on here for students or to get people involved with yoga and so forth. So good app for that for our elementary age students. Fitness Blender. I actually used this the other day with my students. We did a full body workout. I did share this with you on the Promethean board, but it's an excellent. The two individuals pictured there is a husband and wife team that they decided that no matter who, money, social economical or lack of time or anything, any excuse out there, they tried to find ways to eliminate all these excuses. So they've done over 500 videos from full body workouts to upper body, core, lower body, yoga, Pilates, you name it. I really recommend checking this out. It is more for I would say secondary level, but I could see elementary level using this as well, but it's pretty good. There's the search engine is awesome. You can search duration of time you want the workout to happen, if 15 minute, 20 minute, 30 minute. It's an excellent resource that we can use in the gym. So I really want you to check this out if you haven't checked it out already or haven't heard of it before. So Fitness Blender. So some useful tools. So Sprint Timer, Photo Finish. This is pretty cool. If you're doing any track work, 100-meter dash, it's basically what you do is this app will allow you to do a photo finish for these. So that first slide there where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 individuals, it'll record their time and their ending finish. So the photo finish, which is pretty cool to share with students. So basically you would start the app as when you fire off the starting pistol. When they start to get close, you hit the button again, and once the people enter the frame, they'll just start taking pictures. So you just need to be at the finish line with your device holding it, and it will it'll take all the photo finishes. It also, you can have it so it goes off with a sound, so a starting pistol or a whistle can activate the clock to start, so you don't have to be doing two things at once. It also has the option for long distance. I don't really see this is how this will work unless you might be doing cross country or something, but it does have the possibility of doing finishing for long distance events. I didn't really look into how much that is or how much is involved in it, but it says that it can do long distance as well. So check it out if you want. What's my vertical app? Basically, it's an app that measures your vertical. So this would be something cool for students. Just some data if you want to collect some data, or for a test, if you want to do a vertical test with your students. This is just a way that video analysis can determine their vertical if you don't have the vertical equipment, test jump equipment, so forth. But just a cool app that add a little technology into it, and you can measure students' vertical with it. Swipe Stats. This is pretty cool as well. This is an app that specifically tracks statistics for different games. Okay, so as it says here in the description, encourages young people to develop wider rules around sport and to actively engage with sporting activity even if they're not participating. So number of passes complete, success rate of tackles, percentage possessions, and custom actions. So this might be a good idea for students who are injured. They can keep stats. Obviously, you can use this if you're involved in sports with coaching and so forth. Give it a try for maybe your team managers or volunteer that's interested in taking stats, but it keeps track of the stats. So it's pretty cool way to get those who do not participate involved. Cardio heart rate monitor. I think most of you have heard about this. Your phone can take your pulse. So technology is awesome. There's just so much out there that we can utilize, and here's one way that students bring your own device. They can measure your heart rate, or student can run by and, hey, come on over and let's take your heart rate. You can monitor them with just your device just to see where their pulse is and teach kids how to track it and so forth. So just a cool way, another way to encourage technology in what we do. Fitness meter app, wide range of fitness testing with this. As you can see in that first photo there's the beep test, there's the jump, sprint and shuttle. So there's all kinds of stuff. It does the vertical. It's pretty cool. I like the last slide there, where the camera is used to track repetitions. So hey, next time do the fitness gram, bring your own device, or we can get some of those Nooks if they're available at your school, or iPads. Even if you only have a few, students can use them to track their curl ups or push ups. It's pretty awesome. So another cool app that could take advantage of. Run Keepers app. A lot of people use these as they track their time. Okay. Again, bring your own device. Students can put it on them. They can use it while they're at school. While we're running the track. Maybe you set up a little cross country course on campus where they can run. Not necessarily on a track, especially at the elementary level where you might not have access to a track. This would be a cool way that they can use at school. You can teach them how to use it, and then they can take it home, and they can run their neighborhood and so forth, and just give interesting data with this. Another cool thing, makeups. I've always been trying to find out a good way to do makeups for students who miss a day of PE. Obviously, we can't go back in time and get them involved the next day. So, hey, you have the Run Keepers app. Well, for homework, for your makeup, you have to go out and walk, around your neighborhood and track it with the Run Keeper app. Okay. Don't have to set how much time they run or walk, how much, just track it, bring it in tomorrow, show me, and we'll give you the credit for, your makeup for the day you missed. So just an idea. Canva. So in the past, especially in health, we did these advocacy projects, no smoking or say no to drugs, that kind of thing. Now we have the opportunity to do digital posters and so forth. So Canva is a great way to make poster flyers, infographics about our content. Students who are injured, hey, since you're going to be out for a period of time, you need to get some credit here. How about you make a poster about the unit we're in, flag football, put, rules on there, put some stuff, history about it, okay? Obviously in the health room, we can do our advocacy projects with these. So it is just a great way to add some technology into what we're doing. Some more, Andrea uses this for our newsletters. So you can use this for your own purposes for your students, for your parents. Sending home a newsletter monthly, or digitally, electronically. You can email it out there for your, let students know what they're doing. You can have your students create it. Okay, again, injured student, hey, your assignment is to do the monthly newsletter, or you can pick a student once a month to do it, or however. Again, just some ways to add technology into what we do, and our administration is always glad to see us involved with that, so try it out. QR codes. I've used QR codes in the past. What I would do is it's actually at my previous district, all of our students had iPads at the middle school level. So our department would make QR codes for our fitness days. So they would go up to a station, scan the code, and it would give them a quick 30-second video instruction of what they're doing. Again, it's a little overkill, yes, but hey, we're meeting that technology piece that everyone's looking for. So if we incorporate even a QR code here or there, QR code for missing assignments, QR codes for makeup work, anything, QR codes are awesome for doing that. For a quiz, hey, scan this on your way out for your test or for an assessment. So just an awesome way. You can also use this for your meet the teacher nights. Have a QR code sitting on the table. Here's more information. Here's a link to my website. It's just another way to incorporate some technology into what we do. Google, the all-powerful Google. So what are some things we can do with Google? So I just come up with a list of things that possibly could be done with Google. We could have students collaborate on a written piece in Google Docs. So this could be, I can see flag football. So Google Doc, you are going to create some plays using the pass patterns that we have. So you can use that Google Doc to make your playbook with your teammates. So hey, we only have 50-minute class. Well, then you'll have to do some of it out of class so they can share it. Collate and graph an entire class's heart rate response in Google Sheets. So back using some of these heart rate monitors, we can create a spreadsheet of everything and teach kids how to track their activity, I should say. Have students showcase their knowledge with Google Slides so they can come up with a presentation. Again, our students that are injured, who are out, makeup work, hey, make up a Google slide about basketball, about flag football, about pickleball, whatever your unit you're in. Obviously, the online classroom environment with Google Classroom. Most of us are already set up with this, especially secondary level, elementary level. You can share this out with your parents, send information home through it, so forth, send little assignments, little videos, and so forth with Google Classroom. If you want to get all fancy with drawing anatomical diagrams with Google Drawings, okay. Again, these assignments, I'm missing tomorrow. We have a Veterans Day presentation, so I'm missing 3 periods out of 3 of my class periods. So what can I do with these 3? Hey, we talked about during our warm-ups, we talked about all these muscles were stretching and so forth. Let's draw some pictures of it. Okay. Create a school or classroom website with Google Sites. Obviously, most of us are required to do this anyways, but hey, a student can use this. Google Sites. I remember in college I used Google Sites and also for our what's the word I'm looking for? Our adept. We use a Google site for our yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It'll come to me. Hold on, it's coming. I don't know, I lost it. Google Sites, where we put all of our stuff in. You know what I'm talking about. Figure it out, okay? But hey, any way to encourage more technology, let's do it. Obviously, we can use self-grading quizzes on Google Form. This is pretty awesome. You know, it's self-grading. It's there. Build collaborative Google Calendar. I have one of these on my website, so my students can get on there, parents can get on there and say, okay, what's coming up? You know, instead of coming in asking me, hey, did you check your calendar for what we're doing? Instead of asking me what we're doing this week, come on, look at the calendar. Portfolio, that's the word I was looking for our previous slide. Create a digital portfolio of students' achievement using the Google Drive folder. Obviously, we use it with the sites, but we can also create different, if we have assignments, hey, I want you to create a portfolio of all these assignments in order at the end of the semester. We can make a grade out of it, both in the health classroom or in PE. And then we can also use Google Sheets to generate student certificates. I've never done this before, but I've heard some that do this with the Autocrat add-on. I haven't got a chance to look at this yet, but I've heard other teachers have done this, especially at the elementary level. They create Google Sheets, so I'm going to look into that a little further, but I guess it can be done. So I wanted to share that with you. Okay. So in closing, what I would like you to do is choose at least one application or tool and consider how you might utilize it in your own instruction for your students. Okay, so it can be any one of these. We're trying to encourage, technology use. Think outside the box. So what could I use? Anytime I go to a presentation or any PDs that they're using different technology to present or tools, I always try to figure out how could I use this in PE, just to add a little more kick to our program. There will be a survey attached to the assignment in our Google Classroom, so you should have got this video link through Google Classroom through the assignment I created of useful tools and apps in HPE. So go ahead and complete that survey in order to receive some credit. Be sure to register for PD points on the portal. Any questions on this, I need you to reach out for Andrea. I cannot control that, so that's all her department with that. And then in addition, if you have an app that you use, add a classroom comment. So I'm going to start a thread in our Google Classroom. If there's any apps that you use that were not mentioned in this and you feel it might be useful for others, please share. Okay, we're all in this together, so hopefully we can find new ways to share with each other on the things we do. So some collaboration is always great from all of us. So until next time, there I am. Hey, I'm back. So I'll be heading off to Schaefer next week, and I'm going to be sitting in on some technology presentations. So I might do a quick webinar or quick just video on some of the things I heard, and give you a little reflection on what I saw at Schaefer. So if any of you are going to Schaefer. Hopefully we run into each other. Sounds like a pretty good event they got set up for us this year. So I might come back with a video, just some stuff that I found from them. You will see me again, I believe, in March. That's when the next scheduled PD is, I believe, is in March. So if I don't see you, enjoy the holidays, be safe, and have some good times with your family. And we'll see you later.